Hello, Brave Titans. This is my first long form YouTube video. And in this video, I will talk about my journey, about my previous mistakes, and I hope this video is going to inspire you to take action, to chase your dreams, and to not listen to other people's opinion about you, about what you're doing, if they're not at the place that you want to be. So, yeah, guys, enjoy watching and let's just dive into it. So yeah, Brave Titans, I have prepared some slides for you and I'm going to introduce myself briefly. So right now I am living in Lithuania. We have around 3 million people and Lithuania is near Latvia, Poland. It's a Baltic state country and I don't know if you ever heard about this country and I don't know if you even imagine where is it. So yeah, and real soon I'm going to be heading towards United States and I'm going to be living there. So I'm super excited because I'm going to make a lot of connections there, and United States has a lot of business opportunities. Right now, I am running a business and I'm helping coaches, especially mindset coaches. I help them to grow their business. And yeah, my journey was pretty difficult, and I had a lot of ups and downs, and this is why I'm making this video to, as I said, actually inspire you. So yeah, it was a brief introduction. I introduced myself briefly. So yeah, people who know me, they know one thing about me. I always had a dream of becoming a professional footballer because of my dad. It all started when I was a child and I had a dream to become a professional football player like my dad was, and he was great and played in Russia highest football division and Lithuania highest football division, and he has over 20 national team games, and I'm super proud of him. But I didn't become professional footballer like him, and even if I gave everything that I had, like I was training super hard, but I've chosen a different path because I didn't see that much potential in Lithuania with football, and like in terms of like whole infrastructure, like it was just a bit difficult to become great. But there are like success stories, so I'm not saying that if you're living in small country like Lithuania cannot become a great footballer. Yeah, and I have chosen a different path. I stopped playing football 4 years ago when I was around 17 or 18, and I didn't make much money from football, but I could afford food and rent. And I was also making some money by buying shoes and clothes really cheap and selling them for more. And after my football career ended, I felt lost. I didn't feel good, and I actually didn't know what to do with my life. And for 2 or 3 months, I was just selling shoes and clothes and making only 400 euros per month on average. Some months I would make 600 euros, while other months I would only make 100 euros or even less. That was terrible because I felt lost and I started working out and my life instantly became better. And after several months, I randomly met a guy in store and he offered me a job in sales. And without a doubt, I agreed to give it a shot and try myself there. And then I started to think, what if I had bigger network of the right people? Then I would probably get a lot of great offers. Like I would maybe I would have had like 10 great offers in sales or other realms. And that was the point where I would realize that network equals net worth. And like your network is super, super valuable. And you should have right people, great people around you. And accepting that guy's offer was the best decision I've ever made. And I'm super grateful to him to this day. And unfortunately, I'm not in contact with him anymore. But you know who you are. And if you're watching this video, I am super grateful for that. And I hope you're doing well. And in my first year of like in sales, I was named the best salesman of the year. And when I received that award, I got back home and I was literally crying with joy and thanking God for this amazing opportunity and experience. And I became the best salesman because I was constantly improving. And I recommend you to do that in whatever whatever thing you're doing. You should be constantly improving. You should be asking coaches or mentors for advice. You should spend time with the top people in that realm, and that is my advice to you. And yeah, it was the best decision to do that. and I was always giving my best, and that's why I succeeded and made enough money to live for the rest of the year without a job. And then I turned 19, and after winning the award out of around 80 people in sales in that company, I realized that I could do even better, and I knew I could become even better in a field where I could change more lives for the better while also earning more money. And as you can see, this is my award, Best Face-to-Face Salesman of 2022. And after that award, I didn't realize the difficulties I would face in the next 6 to 9 months, or that I would experience a significant setback in 2022, 2023. And for me, it was horrible. So, yeah, as you can see, real estate agent, and I have become one after that. But before that, I got an offer to become the head coach in that company where I was a salesman. And I would have lived better than most of the people in my country with a brand new car, a rented flat in the center of the city, and a good salary. But however, I realized that I wanted more risk in my life and even a better lifestyle. And I didn't want to work for someone else, to be honest, and earn a lot of money for their company so they could buy a watch or a car. And I was still searching for a better opportunity. And at that time, I was looking for a flat to rent and had over 10 apartment inspections. And I admired the real estate agents who arrived in in nice cars and looked good in suits. And I loved that. Then I met a friend of my niece who was working in real estate, and she recommended to try myself in that realm. I went to the best office in my country where I had the opportunity to be around the best real estate brokers who were making incredible money every month. And I was only 19, and for me the experience was crazy, super valuable. And I started my career as a real estate agent by making hundreds of cold calls every single day, not on Sundays because I do not work on Sundays because I'm Christian, and also like I don't want to get burned out. So yeah, because I have experienced one before and it was terrible. So yeah, I'm not working on Sundays. Real estate agents try to acquire clients and either sell the real estate, help them find a property, or even assist with rentals. And real estate agents usually earn 3% of the sale price of the real estate, and I didn't have any other job. I was 100% into real estate, and I was working at least 8 to 10 hours per day. And for a 90-year-old, this job was actually difficult, and I needed around 50 presentations or meetings to acquire a client. And like other, let's say, best like real estate brokers, like they would acquire a client on almost every meeting. And yeah, I needed around 15 presentations or meetings to acquire a client because they didn't trust me. I was looking really young, and most people didn't trust my competence. But I still managed to get 5 to 6 contracts within 4 months, and I didn't earn anything for 3 months, and I had to live off my saved money. And then I have experienced one of the best moments in my life. And at the fourth month of work, when I started to sign more clients, I have acquired 4 to 5 clients in general, and I had real estate worth of 400,000 euros. And 3% would have been 12,000 euros before taxes. And in 1 month, I have buyers for almost every real estate object. And it was crazy. I was feeling super good, and I started to feel the money. And I started to buying watches, tipping a lot of money to others, and buying expensive clothes before I have earned money. And I even dropped out of the university to chase my dreams. And yeah, I took the risk, and I thought to myself that there's no way that those deals wouldn't go the way I wanted. And yeah, you guessed it. The worst happened. I've made some mistakes against the rules of the office, and due to my inexperience in life, unfortunately, they decided to stop working with me. And yeah, I remember that day clearly, and I was working hard, staying at the office until 8 p.m., and had just booked a meeting for the next day. And the head coach invited me to talk, and she was like dead serious. But I was super happy. Like, I was joking with other people, like with other real estate agents, and yeah, I was super happy because of my recent achievement that I have booked a presentation next day. And she said, "Sit at us, we need to talk." And I didn't understand what was wrong, like what was happening. She said, "Our bosses, the people who hold shares in the company, have decided to let you go." And I was shocked. I couldn't believe it. I could feel my body temperature change rapidly. And I had spent 5 months giving my best, making hundreds of calls on weekdays and Saturdays, working my ass off to achieve something. And the worst happened. They fired me, and yeah, that feeling was, yeah, like it was crazy. Like I needed help from others. Like at that moment, like I was staying with my cousins, and they helped me with my mindset and to actually like get me back on my game, chase the dreams, to not give up, to actually move forward. And I'm super grateful for that. And yeah, my cousins helped me a lot. And I didn't even realize that it can become even worse. And it was so difficult to recover after that, as I was saying. And I had spent all my savings during those 5 months of working in my real estate because I only earned 1.7k euros from selling one flat and renting out another. And my monthly expenses were high at that time, and car payments, rent, food, clothes. That was the reason why I lost all my savings, everything. And I was that broke, and I thought I would be nothing. It was super hard because I was always afraid of having 9 to 5 job for the rest of my life. After 3 difficult months of just going to the gym and selling shoes and clothes again, I thought to myself that I needed to use my network to find a way to earn more money. And you're going to hear about my biggest lesson ever. And I started working with a guy who had a lot of connections around the world, and he was successfully selling cars. I respect him to this day. He taught me a lot about life and made the whole journey more interesting. And back then, when I met this guy, I was not 20 years old and open to all the risks possible. And I took every risk that came my way. And I can tell you that in 2022, I was so confident in myself that I have borrowed over 35,000 from other people, and I'm not going to mention who they are, but I respect them and I'm super grateful for their trust in me. A 20-year-old guy who had just borrowed a lot of money started to invest. First, we bought a BMW from France. We had really good trips in Europe to actually drive cars back home. It was fun, and I invested around 3,000 into the car back then. And at the same time, the guy I mentioned and I talked with each other, and he offered me to invest in olives, vines, and other Spanish products. And he mentioned that we could become the distributors for the biggest grocery stores in our country, in Lithuania. And I took the risk. We flew to Spain to talk with our suppliers. It was a good experience, but at the same time, everything was costly. We agreed with suppliers to work together. We both spent 5,000 each on that trip, and I spent 3,000 also on the car. And guess what? Distributors didn't agree to work with us. We got scammed with the car's production year. It was 2 years older, and we didn't get any money back. We lost over 1,000 because of that. I would say even 1,500. I can remember exactly how much was it, but yeah, it was a big loss to me at that moment. Stress, bad sleep, and learn lesson. I was stressed every night because I had around 7,000 euros to my name, and it was a big price. It was a big debt for me at that moment. So it was stressful. And I bought another car for around 23,000 to get my money back. And after that, I stopped doing those things because I thought to myself that it's just basically gambling. The risk is huge, and I wanted something more stable. I hear the tip from someone that the best investment you can make is in yourself. It was the best actually lesson for me because after that I only invested to myself, and I got the best return on investment. And after those losses, I realized that I shouldn't take those kinds of risk in life. And when I don't have capital, so yeah, that was a good lesson for me. And it's basically like crypto. You should do that eventually, when you have the capital, but because you can also like earn a lot of money out of that. But you shouldn't do that at the beginning of your journey when you are not making like that much money, if that makes sense to you guys. So I was lucky enough to realize that at such a young age, and right now I'm investing around 75% of my money into myself, my knowledge, business, and health, and it will have the best return on investment, obviously. Mentors and right path. I have invested over 10,000 euros in mentors so far, and I've been changing people's lives for the better for over a year. And this year was the best because all of the investments were made for me. I have invested everything into myself. I have improved physically, mentally, And right now, I can confidently say that I have the champion mindset after investing thousands into coaches, mentors, and courses. Every day I wake up with purpose, with mission, and every day I'm getting 1% better. That's inevitable when I'm doing non negotiables every day. And I recommend you doing non negotiables every day. I've been in the agency space for over a year and I have acquired 9 coaches, well, right now 10 coaches as clients for my agency so far, helped other people with mindset, and I learned to speak English way better because 6 months ago I was stuttering a lot and couldn't speak English properly. And my mission is to change hundreds of people's lives for the better. I would have been luckier if I could have found the right mentors or the right coaches when I was 18 years old. And I'm going to share with you my biggest lessons that I have learned from my journey. So, first one is to never give up. One of the biggest lessons that I have learned is to never quit. When you quit, you lose, and if you never quit, then you'll never lose. And right now I can't see myself fail if I just keep going and getting better 1% every day. And I wanted to quit like 3 times with my current agency, but I decided to keep going, and that was the best decision. And that was the only reason why I have acquired 10 clients, changed more people's lives, gain location freedom, and finally I can fly to US in the next several weeks. So yeah, it's all because I never gave up. And the best investment is in knowledge and health. I hope this video inspires you to never give up, chase your dreams, invest in yourself, and improve every day and live with purpose. Live and try to change as many lives as possible. Another learned thing from my journey is if you don't have a client, if you don't have that money in your bank account, it's not a win yet. And you shouldn't spend money thinking that you will definitely acquire that client or get that money. More lessons that I have learned from my experience is to never take advice from people who are not in the place you want to be. And if I had listened to others, I would be a 9 to 5 worker or student working for a decent salary for some boss, and I would be earning money for him, and I didn't want that. But because I didn't listen to 99% of people and only listen to the people who are in the place where I want to be, I started to change lives for the better every day, gain location freedom, made money, and this is only the beginning of this wonderful journey. Another lesson is to actually find people that are in the place you want to be and purchase coaching sessions, courses, or just be around them. You'll get to their level eventually. Network with the right people. And another lesson is to actually trust the process. Brave Titans, thank you for watching this video. I hope it was valuable for you. And if it was valuable, then please like, subscribe, and share this video. And if you want a help with your mindset, if you want to have a bulletproof mindset, then feel free to book a session with me, one-on-one coaching session. You can do that through my Instagram. I'm going to leave a link below. So yeah, Brave Titans, thank you once again for watching this video and see you next time. Cheers and safe travels.